Let's go. Let's go. Let's find out. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the blue Protoss player. Yeah, the blue Protoss player himself. We have the South Korean Protoss representing T1. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Zerg player. The red Zerg player for Team Falcons, it is Solar. And what a way to start the season of KFC, of KungFu Cup. Again, a big shout out to SC Boy, by the way. SC Boy, for those who don't know, they are the main community figures in the Chinese scene, the Chinese region. They are the main casters, of course, with F91, with Xiao Se, with even guest casters like XY, Maxed, Sugwa, and many, many others. Sorry, not Sugwa. Oh, God. AI, that's it, AI. Aosono. Okay, they're a big part of the Chinese scene, the Chinese community, and it's great to see them partner with NetEase and to bring together the return of KungFu Cup on a regular weekly basis. This is the first edition, of course, the first of many. Currently, I believe the plan is to host 4 weeklies, 4 KungFu Cups, then have 1 week break, and then cast another 4. I think it's either every 4 editions or every 5 editions. But I think there's meant to be like 1 break a month. But outside of that, it's a non-stop KungFu Cup. Of course, SC Boy, they were also behind WTL, World Team League. A shame that we don't have any continued WTL, but we do have the Wardy TV Team League instead, which, you know, does help satiate some of that. We have the GSL CK, which also helps satiate that Team League content. So we have other replacements. Do you have others? You're just being as annoying as possible. Disrupting the mineral line. Does disrupt. So far, hatch gas pool, standard open out of Solar, nothing looking crazy, nothing too looking wild. And welcome to Winter Madness. Winter Madness is one of the larger maps of the map pool, longer rush distance by ground. Because it's a larger map, all-ins are less favorable here, so we should not be seeing a 3-base all-in or a 2-base all-in out of Solar, but what we can see is Muta play. On these larger maps like Winter Madness, White Rabbit, Celestial Enclave, Mothership as well, that is where mutas can excel. Not saying that we will see that, but it's a possibility. We'll keep an eye on our players. As herO does go for his own Stargate. So Stargate opener, Oracle into a third. I'm assuming it's going to be Oracle based on the rally, but technically this could be a Void Ray opener just to hunt down Overlords and deny vision. I mentioned earlier that herO is a very diverse player, so he is willing to mix it up. He's willing. Speaking of, good thing we brought it up, as it is indeed a Void Ray opener. Okay. Void Ray out of herO. As we mentioned, the goal here is to hunt down the Overlord. Hunt down the Overlord, deny vision, deny scouting, and to hide the tech. Now, what is scary about a Void Ray opener is that it doesn't have to be hidden tech. It could be Fleet Beacon into Tempest Rush or into Carrier Rush. It could be fast Twilight Council into Glaive Adepts, or it could be Oracle into a third into a standard game. That's the thing. Like, it could be something more devious or it could be something more standard. It's difficult for the Zerg player to confirm. Now, the one downside of going for a Void Ray opener is you have 1 less Oracle. And Oracles, they're kind of like the bread and butter of ZVP. Oracles are amazing at scouting, at harassing, at... Oh, that's early Forge. That's a very early Forge, by the way. Into a Robo. Interesting. There's a lot that this could be. But once again, when it comes to the lack of Void Ray, Oracles do a great job harassing, scouting, defending. They have so much utility in the early game. So not having that Oracle does mean that if Solo went for something more cheeky when it came to his build, it'd be harder to scout and harder to confirm. But with the early Forge, early Robo, and delayed Twilight Council, this looks like one of 2 things. This could be Fast +1 into Fast +2 into a Fast Colossus build. This is a little bit old school. We used to see this on... Oh god, do you remember the map? Creator and Showtime used to do it. Altitude, that's it. On Altitude, that was a couple of years ago. The other option here is Robo into a Twilight Council into a delayed Archon drop. But no, that's going to be early Immortal production. Okay, and yep, it is going to be the Colossus build. And again, this is an old school build. When was Altitude? That was what, like 2023? It was a good amount of years ago. But it's been a while since Altitude has been in the map pool, but that was when this build was a little bit more prevalent, a little bit more common. It's to build up typically into a quadruple Colossus count. You get a second Robo, you get your first 2 Colossus, then a second set, and then you push out with 4. That's how the build used to work. But it looks like we're seeing a more modern variation of this build just because we have the earlier Twilight Council. Meanwhile, it looks like a German taxi. Yep. I was going to say Overlord speed is on the way. That is not normal. That is not orthodox. Solar is going for the 2 base all-in. I say 2 base all-in. Really, it's a 2.5 base all-in. This is under 3 base saturation. Cutting workers at 56. So cutting workers early. 4th base just for larva. It's all or nothing for Solar. I did mention that this is often not advised on Winter Madness because it takes so long to get across the map. But because of the low Oracle count, herO, he doesn't see this. Oh, okay, he knows. Yeah, he sees a roach. Sees a roach coming, he knows. It's a late scout. Does catch 1 roach. But herO back at home, can he defend? Can he hold on? He has minimal units to defend. He does have 2 Immortals though. Is that going to be enough? Adepts do bust into the mineral line. Drone's going to be going down. The queens have arrived. Lings are a little bit too soon here, but they do bait out a stasis. They're going to bait out 2. Yeah, second stasis is baited out. Voider goes down. Nice pickoff. The Immortals are exposed. The battery's a little bit further back. And Solar, he may have just done it. He may have just done it here. We have Ling reinforcements on the way. Solar, he breaks through the cannon. Again, he wants his Immortals. As he breaks down a second cannon, there's 1 cannon left. Only 1. At least they can wait for this around. They lock down the Immortal. They get 1. At least they should. Uh-oh. Oh my god, the body blocking though. Okay. Very nice body blocking. Immortal gets saved. Colossus does kite away, but there's no battery. Wow, no shield battery in position. The Colossus barely gets away. Does try to hold the line. A very messy defense here by herO, but he has been broken. Again, 15 probe kills. Crazy damage. The Immortal finally goes down and gets both Immortals. Takes down both. Takes down the mineral line. We have 11 more roaches on the way. We have roach speed as well. herO does hold with the Colossus just barely. But his economy has been crippled. He has been crippled. And Solar's getting ready for what? Getting ready for wave number 2. Solar is still only on 54 workers. He's still not droning. You can see here a little bit of saturation. This is not because he's been droning. He's been transferring. As he has been running out of patches. Does transfer over. Another set of dropper loads are on the way. Here comes the second wave, the second all-in. Now, when it comes to the second all-in, there's still very limited stack defense. If we had, say, like 3 batteries and 2 cannons at the third, I'd be confident in herO defending. Without the stack defense, I'm torn. I'm less convinced. 3 Colossus can be powerful, don't get me wrong. But through sheer numbers alone, Solar, he may overwhelm. Double drop into the main. Here comes the main army. herO does have the stronger economy, that is true. But then that may not matter. Yeah, it feels like herO thinks that his opponent is macroing. Can Solar surround? Can he land those vials? Ling drop into the main. Out of vision of herO.
I return to serve.
Lings they bust in. Quick reaction by herO, but ooh, he's getting called out. Losing a couple of hers. Colossus are exposed. Oh no, the Colossus, he gets 1. Yeah, massive pick off. 1 Colossus goes down. Yeah, huge win there for Solar. File zones away the army. Lings are wreak havoc in the main. Both Colossus do barely get away. But the third. No, the third is exposed. And the third base should go down. The mineral line at least. Roaches do pick off another Colossus. Down to 1. 1 Colossus left. 22 probe kills. We spoke about it, but the mineral line at the third base does go down. Critical damage. And Solar can just back up and do that again. Just back off, build back up. Shot was dealt with. Solar pulls away. herO doesn't have enough to keep pushing. And again, he's down to 39 probes. It's down to 1 Colossus, down to 2 Immortals. He's working on Disruptors. Again, desperation. And here comes Wave 3. Wave 3 of the all-in. And remember, Solar, he still hasn't made any drones. Still 54. Still 54. You can see better saturation at the 4th base, but as we mentioned before, he has been running out of patches in the main. So just transferring. Just transferring them from the main base. There he goes up. Ooh, good connection. Good connection with the Nova. The Immortals, they just go to town. Better fight for herO. Uh-oh. Solar overextends. Solar here overextends for a moment, but he does have reinforcements. Gets the Immortal. Yeah, it takes out the Immortal. Biles Connect as well. Gets 1, gets 2 Immortals. And finally, Solar has done it. So he breaks through the Robo units. Only Stalkers remaining. Okay, there's just the 1 cannon. Not for much longer. GG gets called, and Solar takes game number 1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Winding it back, as a reminder, herO went for a very cheeky and very greedy build, very tech heavy, going for the early Forge, early Robo, early Bay, early Colossus. Again, very, very tech heavy, very greedy. And Solar just went for the all-in. He just went for the big 3 base all-in or 2.5 base all-in. herO didn't realize what was happening until it was already halfway across the map. So very late scout out of herO. We spoke about that is one of the weaknesses of an of a Void Ray opener is lack of vision and lack of scouting. So that is a big weak point of going for the Void Ray, and Solar, he just sent it across the map. He just did commit to the all-in. We saw that herO, he was woefully underprepared. He had like 1 battery at his 3rd, no battery at his natural. He had a couple of cannons which were helping a little bit, but every time the all-in came, he lost every probe at the 3rd. GG. GG all played. herO, he was like treading water, and he survived the push just barely, but he wasn't really living. Like, he didn't really have a suitable economy to sustain himself. GG. GG, well played. With that, Solar takes the lead, and now we're going to be loading the game. Número 2. Let's go. Loading into Ruby Rock. Best of 5? Yes, this is the Grand Finals. Grand Finals, best of 5. As we did mention. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the Blue Protoss player, the Blue Protoss himself, representing T1. Down in the series, we'll see if he can bounce back. It is herO. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Zerg player. We have the South Korean Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. Let's go. Here we go. So here we are building up. Again, we have our hatch gas pool, and we'll see how Solar does deviate. Now, what I'm a little bit scared of here is welcome to Ruby Rock. Ruby Rock is a smaller map in the map pool. This is where aggression is favored, and this is where we do expect to see all-ins. They're a little more expected here. Now, because the map is smaller, herO shouldn't be crazy, and he shouldn't go for the fast Bay and the fast Colossus again. Like that, that did kill him in the end. I mean, it was 2 things, right? It was the greedy build, but it was also lack of scouting. So that was twofold. So players are building up. So again, we should be seeing something safer out of herO this time. Something safer. And we're expecting more aggression out of Solar. So now we have our tech of choice. Based on the pylon placement, should be another Stargate opener out of herO. Typically, if we want to hide some tech and go for like a Twilight Council opener or something more hidden, then it would be further behind the main. So the further out pylon does typically mean Stargate. Stargate is on the way. This time we should be seeing more oracles, less void rays. From here, here's breaking in. First oracle's on the way. No void ray. And from here, here should just claim a third. Claim a third base. Now, something that we do see quite often in this map is for the Protoss player to be the aggressor instead. So there is a chance that herO might go for an earlier Twilight Council. There are some builds where we can see the Council before the third base, or even the Council as the third base starts. So if he goes for the earlier Council, that could be indicative of early Glaive Adepts or early Blink. I feel like early Blink would make a lot of sense here on Ruby Rock, as Roach all-ins are quite common. Oh, there we go. Let's hear it, just name the third. Oracle pokes in, gets a tumor, gets a drone. Not bad. Here it does pull away, sustaining a bit of hull damage. It doesn't quite get the larva, not in time. It does force a cancel though. And that is an early council. we did bring that up for a reason. So early council out of herO. Again, this is indicative of either glaives or early blink. Early aggression out of herO. What's it going to be? Meanwhile, Lair first out of Solar, he's skipping roaches. Oh, I say skipping roaches. He could still go for a later roach run, but there's no early Evo chamber. This is not Ling Hydra. This is not Ling Hydra. Here's amassing. There it is. Glaive Adepts are on the way. And the lack of roach warren is concerning. It's very concerning. Checking Solar's vision. Solar, he did not see the Twilight Council. Oof. Yeah, he hasn't seen the council. He has not scouted the main base. He's going for a later roach warren. But it's going to be a shaky defense here for Solar. He needs those roaches. Lings they poke in. So far, there's no tell that it's glaives. It is very common to have up to 5 adepts at this stage of the game. It's quite common. We have extra adepts banking up in the main base. They're hidden. Oh, as no sport the third. Yeah, no sport in position. 5 drones go down. Solar getting punished. And the adepts are building up. Building up as we speak. We're soon to shade across the map. Solar, he is going to have 4 defensive roaches currently. It's not much. And Solar, he confirms. Yeah, he knows. Yeah, Solar, he does confirm. He does see all the adepts. Back at home, extra roach production has begun. He's walling off his natural. Good reaction so far by Solar. Good reactions. There's the wall. Here he tries to get it in. He's going to try to break down that wall. Plenty of roaches are revealed. Here he misses up with the queens. Gets one. Yeah, 1 queen should go down. The oracles, they dive on the queens as well. Get 1, getting 2, getting all 3. Yeah, 3 queens do 4. What about the roaches though? Devastation into the main. Dives into the main base. Drones are exposed. Even force the fight. 4, 5, 6 drone kills. Not bad. But we need more. We still need more damage. Oh, we're getting it. 10, 11 drone, 12 drone kills, and Solar's all in. Solar, he's now all in. Critical damage has been dealt. 12 workers have gone down. What do you see? What I see? Pneumatized carapace, Overlord speed, German taxi. We're calling up another taxi, Pappy. Again, the German taxi was successful in game 1, and now we're seeing it here in game 2. Different scenario, different setup. Remember, because of the early glaives, that means Blink is late. Late Blink, late +1. It means that the main army for herO is weaker. Does have a lot of units though. That's a lot of stalkers warping in. Did have extra gateways. We'll see if herO can survive. So here we go. The queens load up. The all-in is coming. The all-in, Pappy. Queens, they zone away the oracles. Solo, he commits. Zells are just around. Blink isn't done. No, yeah, Blink is not yet complete. While they don't quite connect. I believe we had the contamination earlier. But Blink finishing up in 10 seconds. That's a lot of stalkers going down. Oh, Biles, they do connect with the cannon at least. Queens are a little bit far back. They're now moving forward. As Queens are being focused down, a messy defense, a messy aggression here from Solar. Yeah, herO coming in from both angles, getting a full surround here, and herO he holds. Wow, herO completely cleans this up, catching out every single queen, the Ravagers as well. Blink is now done, and the all-in has failed. GG gets called, the all-in does fail, and herO ties up the series 1-1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. Again, herO, he was able to deal critical damage with those adepts, killing 12 drones. He forced the all-in, and I was concerned that Blink wasn't going to be done in time, but did finish up. Did finish up in the middle of that fight. He finished Blink, he finished +1 towards the end of the fight, and herO was able to get this around, to get the flank, I should say, get on top of the queens. GG. GG, well played. herO does hold, does survive. We have a back and forth. We have a series. We have a series. Now we're going to be loading into game 3 to determine who takes the lead in this series. Loading into Taito Citadel. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Taito, we have the blue Protoss. We have the blue Protoss player himself, Rosane T1. Tying up the series, it is herO. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Zerg player, himself, representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. Let's go. Let us go. So we are going to be opening up. Solar a little bit paranoid. We'll expand, and welcome to Taito. Taito is a larger map of the map pool, larger map, longer rush distance by ground. I will say that the bases are pretty spread out. We have seen a lot of difficulty with players taking and maintaining their 3rd, their 4th, and their 5th base. Usually we try to centralize our bases here on the right hand side to have them all relatively close to each other. It can still be quite difficult though to be that defending player. But we'll see if herO does take a more kind of macro stance. Solar, he has gone for a 2.5 base all-in twice now in this series, and we expect that to continue. I mentioned this at the start of the broadcast, or at the start of the series, I should say. Solar, he is typically hyper aggressive in ZVP, and he rarely macros. Like, it's a rare sight to see macro out of Solar. He's hyper cheesy, hyper aggressive. That's why we've seen nothing but all-in so far. He can macro, don't get me wrong, but it's usually he's forced into it, usually. I wouldn't be opposed to Solar playing standard and getting up to 3 base play, especially on Taito. I mean, Muta play is viable here. True. We could see Mutas. We brought it up on Winter Madness. We bring it up here as well. From here we're settling in, we're calming down. We do have our initial hatch gas pull. Pulls out of gas. Stargate's on the way for the Oracle opener. Everything's looking normal so far. It's all about that early to mid game. It's all about, you know, what happens when we attempt to claim the third base. Where are we going to be spending our gases? Does Solo go Evo Chamber first, Roach Warren first, or Lair first? Solo has options. Jeff does pick in. Looks in, pulls away. No major commitments, no major damage. Getting one Zergling. Just like last game, we're looking for the Twilight Council timing. Last game was an early council, which did scream either Glaive Adepts or early Blink. It was Glaives. It was successful. I feel like we shouldn't be seeing early aggression out of herO on title, but crazier things have been done. Lings, they come in for the scout, so they confirm the third base position. Confirms the third. Oh, Evo Chamber first. Okay, Solar, okay. Does go for the early chamber. This tells us what? +1 melee. This is going to be +1 melee into... does Maynard. But +1 melee in towards Ling Hydra. Stage trap at the main. Baits out the stasis. The Oracle does sustain some hull damage. Does try to going for the scout. Does go for the Evo Chamber. He sees. Yeah, big scout. He does know. Again, early Evo Chamber does stream Ling Hydra. Oh. He does scream it. But Solar, he goes for the Roach Warren, he goes into the Lair, he doesn't get links, so he doesn't get +1 melee. He delays it. After the scout. herO, yeah, he didn't see the Lair timing, didn't see the Roach Warren. This is where Solar can go for a big hard switch into mass roaches, into an all-in. Yep, there it is, German Taxi. German Taxi, Roach all-in out of Solar. It looks like Solar's doing the same thing every game. That's kind of true, but not. Bearing in mind that the plan for Solar was to go into Ling Hydra. That's why he has the Evo Chamber. The reason why he's not doing anything with it is because herO scouted. Remember, herO, he saw the chamber, so Solar's like, okay, now this isn't going to work. I cannot go into Ling Hydra. I'm going to go for the all-in to try to catch herO with his pants down. So the path to the all-in has been different. But he does see the Lair, does see the Roach Warren. herO, he sees signs of what's to come. Does pick up 3 drones. Going for the Queen. Nice pick off. Ooh, Queen does go down. This will weaken the all-in. And here we go. Here it comes. Here comes the Dropper Lord. The Taxi. Solar, he's rallying everything across the map. This time there is no macro hatchery. There's no 4th. And we're cutting workers earlier at 47. So an earlier all-in here. Weaker economy out of Solar. herO is trying to respond. Throws down a wall of cannons, wall of shield batteries. herO going to charge. Oh no, we have a charge build. He thought it was Hydras. He thought it was Ling Hydra. This is not ideal. Charge, I'll say, struggle defensively. herO's in trouble. This fake out is working for Solar. The fake out is working. We got defensive zealots of all things. Ay, ay, ay. Big brain moons out of Solar. Where's the meme? It's that meme where it's like Solar, he's like, I all in because I got scouted, you all in because you're an animal. We're not the same. No. Zealots are gonna just be completely shut down. I say that we're running out of Lings. Uh-oh. Running out of Zerglings. More Lings have a right to reinforce. 13 probes go down. herO, he had to pull the boys. Getting us all the queens. Does get 1. 1, 2, 3 queens go down. herO, can he hold? No shot. The force field. Where are the Ling reinforcements, by the way? Where are they? The Lings they're not here. They're in the natural. That was a choice that was made. That was a choice. These Lings that could have reinforced the Roach Ravager instead they went for the run by, they went for the counterattack. 2 probe kills. This is not worth it. This is not worth it. Gets 4 probes in total. herO defends. Wow, herO, he does defend. Solar's still all in. He's not droning. You can see here, it's still 47. Still 47 workers. Still no drones whatsoever. Solar's getting ready for a second wave, a second all in. But unfortunately, it's looking weaker and looking worse for Solar. Here he has extra Immortals, extra Archons. Cannons and Shield batteries are done. Against Solar, he was close. Solar, he was so close to breaking this third. He was close, but he at least crippled the economy. And here comes wave 2. This time with Roach Speed. True. Roach Speed is done. Drop a load into the main. Ling Rum on the left hand side. And the main army through the center. Now to defend, herO, he's got a lot of Archons, Immortals, Prism. He has +1s, maybe +2. It is looking bleak here for Solar. But we'll see how it all comes together. It's got 2 batteries. It comes down to the engage. It comes down to if hero's distracted. Lings, they bust into the main and the third. Oh, sorry, and the natural. Roaches move in. herO, big reaction to the Ling run by. Uh-oh. And herO to move out of position. Oracle gets focused down. Here come the Archons. Oof. Yeah, and you can see the Roaches, they just crumble against these 3 Immortals. Is breaking through. I mean, we're running out of Archons though. Here come the Zealots. And here come the reinforcements. 2 Archons go down. Delayed Zealots. Yeah, so some awkward micro there by herO. And the Lings. Okay. 12 probes. Very nice Ling drop. 12 probe kills in the main. But herO, he retained all the Immortals. He did lose, what was it, like 3 Archons? Let's see. Yeah, 3 Archons did go down. So some hefty Archon losses, but he did maintain all the Immortals. Remember, Solar, he is not droned at all. He actually has been losing workers because he makes an expansion. So it went from 47 drones down to 45. I believe he got an expansion. I think he got an extra gas geyser as well. That's where the 2 drones went. Here he scouts the expansion. Now we see Solar droning. He's going to try to macro out of this. He's macroing that. He's crazy. We have not seen this before. That's Solar making drones? Oh my god. I mean, he's forced to, right? The all-in has failed. The all-in did fail. So it's forced to drone up. Behind heavily in upgrades. He's working on +1. Meanwhile, we have 2-1 upgrades here for herO. Zealot drop into the mineral line. Drop gets in. herO maneuvering into the bases. Here comes wave 3. the third all in. I mean, Solar's maxed. Solar, he's maxed out. Oh, herO has to be careful with how he engages. This time, hero's in position in the main. Now remember, Solar, he wants herO out in the open. Ideally, herO is pushed. He pushes out into this position, then Solar gets us around. herO doesn't need to be here. He does not need to be here. But it's only attacking. He's only attacking from one angle. Never mind. Biles, they do connect. Oof. Yeah, Biles are connecting. Stalkers, they do get shut down. hero's overextending. He does have a lot of Immortals though, but he needs a buffer. He needs some support. Yeah, Zealous, they do reinforce that herO. He has 8 Immortals, and he's breaking through. Yeah, Jesus, that's a lot of Immortals. It was a messy fight out of herO. Very, very messy fight. But he breaks through the main army. Breaks the expansion. Remember, the soup does lie. Remember that. The soup is lying to you. Solar cannot engage. Lack of Archons is a little bit concerning. So we built up to 9 Immortals. Oh my god. The Immortals are exposed. We have to lift. Oh no! Prism does survive, but that's going to be 2 dead Immortals. Yeah, Prism goes down. herO overextends. And again, here he doesn't need to be here. He's traded well enough. But herO's forced himself all in. Yeah, here he's going to calm down. He's going to calm down. He's going to back off. Solo taking another expansion. herO, he needs a 4th base. So he pulls away. Again, it was a really rough initiation for the fight for herO, where he just took all the bouts to the face. And it's a really awkward game state because both players have a very low economy. Very low eco. herO gets into the mineral line. Nicely done. Takes on 5 drones. There's the recall. Distracts the army. Behind this here is working on +3. Again, he has the massive upgrade lead. And herO, he tries to expand. Attempts to expand, Overlord's in position. Again, I would favor herO if he just gets a 4th, but easier said than done. Just get a 4th base and defend, and herO can just snowball out of control, but... yeah, 4th base is denied. Roach run by here at the natural. herO's out of position. Oh, the wall! The wall is wide open. The Artosis pylon as well. Oh my god. Can we deny +3? Nah, not quite. Yeah, not quite. Oh, he's going for it though. Okay. Massive pickle. +3 is going to be denied. Nice snipe there by Solar. Again, herO was out of position. The Immortal's trying to move in. As Biles, they almost catch an Archon. Once again, was close. herO, he defends his main, and herO expands in the center of the map. Less than ideal, but I mean, where else could he expand? As Biles are being dodged. Solar still on a very low economy on 63 drones. He's on 3 base saturation. And we have a couple of Void Rays on the way. Okay. You're just getting whatever he can. Building up whatever he can. Still very tense. Wiles went away. Nice time for the Archon. Where's the War Prism? Yeah, without that Prism, the Archons are getting picked off. Archons are getting picked off. The base is going to be going down. Ling run by into the 3rd or into the natural. And the Prism went for the counterattack instead. Oof. And no saving the 4th base. 4th base goes down. And hero's being forced into an all-in. Oh my god, the Biles, they catch 3 Stalkers. All the wilds are connecting. Lings are distracting, and herO, there's no macroing out of this. Now, when it comes to herO's main army, he can still win the fight. Like, he can still win this main fight, but now there are Banelings in the mix. Solar, he's making this army more complex. Adding Banelings, adding more Ravagers. Solar's doing it. He's doing it. And hero's just got 1 fight. He's got 1 fight in him. 1 big engage. Here is built up once again into 9 Immortals, but it's not just about the Roach Ravager anymore. Now we have Ling Bane. And the first Immortal is exposed, gets 1. 1 Immortal goes down, nice pickup. Again, the Prism was out of position. Oh, miscontrol out of herO, misrally. We can't throw away Archons like this. There we go, does save it at least. We gotta lock in, but the longer this game goes on, the better it is for Solar. Solar, he's massing up, he's maxing out. Solo needs to trade. And the Archons is low. herO long distance mining. Does commit in. One Archon goes down. Yeah, takes out the Archon. Banelings, they crash into the Gateway Army. That's a lot of Stalkers falling. And soon it's going to be Purely Immortal. Yeah, Purely Immortals going for the warp in. Miles, they don't deny the warp in. The Prism is going to go down. No micro, no control. And was that worth it? So we have 9 more roaches in production, down only 3 immortals. Yeah, here he's running out of steam, running out of army. The boys are being pulled, and Solar, he holds. He holds on back. GG gets called, shuts down the all-in, and Solar, he will take game number 3. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Again, this was very intense, very back and forth. herO had a very impressive defense against the initial German taxi, and he also had a really impressive defense against the second wave. But if you remember, I think it was before wave 3, where Solo was maxing out, and we brought it up at the time. We were like, hey, herO, he's built up to 9 immortals. Solo wants to fight out in the open. Solo, he wants herO to push out into the open and to get flanked, to get surrounded. herO doesn't need to be pushing right now. We just need to expand. And herO chose not to expand. He chose to go for the counter all-in, essentially. And he barely didn't have enough. He did kill the expansion, if you remember. He killed the center hatchery. But we saw that Solo was taking another base anyway, so his economy wasn't really slowed down too much. And herO, he never got a 4th base up and running. He had a choice to get one earlier, and by the time he tried to, it was too late. He had lost map control. There was the Overlord spreading creep, of course, so he was forced to expand in the more exposed position in the center of the map instead, which is more difficult to defend. And eventually herO got outscaled. GG. GG, well played. Solo does take a lead in the series 2-1, and we'll see if we can claim the series here and now. Let's go. Let us go. Going to be loading into White Rabbits. Here we go. Well, Solo transition. Well, he didn't need to, right? I mean, I guess he did. He did transition into Banelings, so he had Baneling support as well, which made for a stronger army. But a very intense game, very back and forth. And here we go, spawning in the top right-hand corner of White Rabbits. We have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing T1 down in the series. Can he bounce back? Can he force the ace match? It is a herO. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Zerg player. We have the red Zerg player himself, the South Korean Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. Go. Let us go. So we have our initial hatch gas. Cool. Going for extractor-trix. This allows for a slightly faster hatchery before the probe arrives. So it did go for the 15 hatch. Otherwise, again, Solo, he does have that 2-1 lead. Now, again, so far this series has been hyper-aggressive. Fun fact, every game in this series, Solo, he has gone for a German taxi. He has gone for a Ling Roach Ravager Queen all-in with Dropper Lords. As a reminder, last game, it was a reaction to being scouted. It wasn't the intention. So, again, there was more complexity to that last game, which is why herO had charge instead of Blink, because he believed it was going to be Ling Hydra. So it's a nice bait from Solar, or a nice response. Here we go. What's it going to be this time? Do we go for a German taxi 4 games in a row? I mean, at this point, why not? I mean, there's a high chance that even if herO scouts an Evo chamber, that he goes into Blink at this point. He just goes into Blink and plays standard, which would give Solo the advantage. We could actually see Ling Hydra this game out of Solar. Could see it. White Rabbit is one of the larger maps in the map pool. Larger map, longer rush distance by ground. But I will say this center position is quite important. What I mean by that is that the 2 third base options are on the low ground. So if you can go for an all-in and take control of this high ground elevated position, you can just wedge yourself in between the bases and just commit and break the natural and end the game. We see this a lot in Terran matchups, like TBT or TVP. If tanks can siege up here on the high ground, then they can end the game. Similar with the German taxi. If the queens and the main army can bust in, then they can overwhelm. They can take over that high ground. For now, though, we're just droning. Just droning, just saturating. Looking for a way in. And it is just going to be that Stargate opener. Stargate into Oracle. Here he moves out across the map. It does move out. Queen's out of position. Getting one. Getting up to two. Yeah, 2 drones go. 3 drones go down. Okay. Does catch a transferring drone. Not bad. Oracle pulls out. And here expands. Now, from here, we're waiting for Evo Chamber, Lair, or Roachhorn. We have the answer, Evo Chamber. Evo Chamber behind the natural base. Now remember, last game Solo went for this build as well, but he got scouted and he reacted with a German taxi. This time, does Hero confirm? So far, he has not. Again, typically, the early Evo Chamber means a +1 melee and Ling Hydra. And so far, it's unscouted. Meanwhile, that's a standard timing of the Twilight Council and Forge. Looks like +1 and Blink. Yeah, +1 and Blink is on the way. Forge, sorry, Evo Chamber is unscouted, so +1 melee, Ling Hydra. Now, there is a niche build where you can go into Ling and Muta. It's very rare though, because very often it's just insanely risky to go Mutas without roaches in ZVP. Oracles, they commit to dive. The Spore will finish. Gets 1 queen. Very nice flank. Only 1 queen goes down, and meanwhile does trade with the Oracle. Nice pick off here by Solar. At the same time, Ling's getting across the map. They're getting on top of the pylon, and Hero is having a hard time here, losing an Oracle and losing control of his third. Another probe. Never mind. So you have more Lings. They do hit him into the bases, catching out another probe. Ooh, Baneliness gets thrown down. Often Baneliness is skipped, but not this time. Getting into Ling Bane, building up his 4th base. Solar is going to be aggressive. It's going to be active. And we'll see what Hero can get done. He can zone away the Zerglings. Queens move forward. Oh, okay. Hero setting up for the proxy. I wasn't really considering an 8-gate here. We have 4, we have 6. Okay, 6 gateways so far. This should be a proxy. No, okay, that's already 6. Is this just a harass? Do we intend to commit even harder? I feel like it's quite awkward to 8-gate from this position. But we'll see. Oh. A lot of Zerglings are falling. Here comes the aggressive Warband across the map. Hero's pushing. Here it does break out. And can Hero break this expansion? Hydra production has begun. Solar needs time. And he's a little bit more time here. Flash Transfuse. Another Transfuse lands. But the Hydra's are a little bit too late. Yeah, late Hydras. Ling's also out of position. Solar, he's racing back home to defend. And the Queens are falling one after the other. Massive damage here from Hero. Takes down, what, 3 Queens? Picks off a couple of Hydras. Kai's back against the Zerglings. But Solar's holding. Solar, he's holding on. No critical damage yet. Once again, Solo going for the counterattack. Bold move. herO's all in, by the way. herO, he didn't take his gases. He didn't get a fourth base. herO's completely all in. And Solo trying to force a defensive warp in. And the Hydras, they're holding their own. True. Hydras, they defend. Lings, they bust into the natural. Probes are going to go down. herO can't afford these losses. herO can't afford this. Oh my god, losing everything at the natural. The +1 melee Lings back. And look at the Hydra count. Solo's fine. Yeah, Solo, he should be fine here. He cripples the economy. That Ling run by is winning in this game. 15 probe kills. herO, he can't sustain this. He cannot sustain this. Not anymore. And again, a unique build. This was a 6k 3-base all-in with +1. Which I guess makes or explains why we had less gateways for the upgrades. Oh. And again, here he was close. He reset the queen count. He caught out the queens. Solo was out of position. Solo goes for another run by. Deja vu. We've been here before. And again, hero's army is getting smaller and smaller over time. Because here he has no economy. We got more Stalkers. Yeah, 3 Stalkers going down. Cybercore gets sniped. Massive pickup. Only Zealot reinforcements. Charge just now begins. Sol's got a 4th. He's got a 4th base fully operational. He was able to drone up, saturate. Solo getting ready for his own Baneling run by in the midst of all this. Crazy. And technically we saw Solo get a 4th base and drone a little bit, so we you can count that a little bit as macro. Oh, nice warp ins. Here he defends well. But again, he's just running out of Stalkers, getting caught out. Baneling run by is denied. And here he's got Solo going for the surround. He comes in from behind, forces the recall. Here he gets one, takes out one Stalker, cleans up the proxy. And now Solo's gained map control. He's gained map control, he's moving out across the map, +2 melees on the way. Here he's stuck with a gateway composition. Remember, no splash damage. Why is there no splash damage? Because it was an all-in, right? Like here, he never intended for the game to last this long. He was meant to kill Solo earlier and he failed to do so. And with the all-in failing, I mean, there's a reason why it's called all-in. Here, he's down to almost, what, half the supply. He has no army. He has no economy. Spanish roll into the natural. Main army towards the 3rd base. Here, no reaction, Nana. No reaction. 20 probes go down. And Solar, he has done it. He has done it. And again, we saw a little bit of macro here out of Solar in the final game of the series. We saw some Ling Hydra play. We finally got there. It was herO going for the all-in instead. So still a short series. An all-in every single game. And with that, Solar, he has done it. Killed the 3rd, crippled the economy, 18 probes left. Again, that's nothing. Only 18 workers. And with that, GG gets called. GG gets called. Solar, he will claim the series 3-1, becoming the very first KungFu Cup champion of 2026. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Congratulations to Solar. He does claim the series, does take down herO 3-1. A hyper aggressive series, by the way. Again, non-stop all-ins, German taxis 3 games in a row, and then it's herO going for a 6k 3-base all-in in that 4th and final game. Once again, herO, he was achieving some damage, he was finding some success because Solo was so woefully underprepared for the all-in, but Solo bought time. He had some clutch transfuses, he bought enough time for his Hydras to build up, and again, what really won Solo this game was the Ling run by. Remember, it was a really bold decision, but in the middle of the all-in, he went for a big Ling counterattack. He was able to kill the gateway across the map, he broke into the natural, and he killed 20 probes. He killed every worker at that natural base, and that meant that herO couldn't reinforce. Despite being all in, despite having all these gateways, he couldn't afford to warp in 6 Stalkers at a time. So the all-in was hindered, and with that, GG. GG, well played. Solo will claim the series. It's been a while since we've had a Zerg champion in anything, so, so we appreciate it. As Solar comes out on top in this week's KFC. The KFC back. GG, well played, congratulations. Bearing in mind, of course, that this was our replay coverage of week 1, and we'll be covering week 2 next week. We'll be covering week 2 next week, but otherwise, GG, well played. Let's catch up on our schedule here. Congratulations to Solar, as we have the rest of our weekly schedule ahead of us. We just wrapped up with our Wednesday evening broadcast of KungFu Cup. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be live with some Wardy TV Monday. We have Wardy TV Monday, Thursday morning. We have the Pondcast Thursday evening. That's going to be our weekly talk show, our weekly podcast. We have the KSL on Friday. We have RSL over the weekend, and we have the Platinum StarCraft League over the weekend as well. So a very, very intense schedule here is ahead of us. For now, though, we're going to be wrapping up for the evening, and we'll be back tomorrow with some Wardy TV action. See you then. I believe that's going to be for Wardy TV Monday number 76. Let me just double check. Double checking. Yes, 76. Oh boy. Tentatively, I should say. But otherwise with that, GG will play. Congratulations to Solar, again, hyper aggressive series, which is what we expect out of Solar, to be fair. Hope you'll enjoy yourselves. Hope you'll had a great time, and we are going to be wrapping up here for the evening. When it comes to our next schedule, our next broadcast, so you can see our schedule. If you want to support us in other ways, you can do so via Patreon. Exclamation mark Patreon in the chat. Our Patreon does fund our tournaments on a regular basis. It is all funded via the Patreon, so you can help us grow our tournaments every single week. Likewise, you can also support us by following us on YouTube. We do stream on YouTube every single day alongside Twitch, and VODs are available instantly. So if you see something that you like here, if you missed out on Homestory Cup, or Thunderfire, or Rungy Cup, or Little League Cup, or Wardy TV Mondays, KungFu Cups, RSLs, it's all on YouTube. We cast more StarCraft than anyone else out there. We have the quantity, and we have a little bit of the quality as well. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Again, it's been a very intense couple of days here for the Cranky Ducklings, an intense week with other things happening IRL. So because of that, we've been casting a little bit less. Usually we cast like twice a day, every single day, but we do have a leaner broadcast schedule here just because of everything that's been going on. But we should be going back to normal next week. Should be back to normal. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Until then, ciao, bye bye, ciao. We'll see you guys next time for some more StarCraft, some more Cranky Ducklings. See you then. See you then. See you then.